If you remodel or add on to your home, you have to get a building permit. A copy of that goes to the county assessor's office, which is supposed to upgrade the value of your property and probably raise your taxes. But News 13 has learned that in recent years, the assessor's office here has missed many property upgrades. And while there's no indication of wrongdoing, Matt Grubbs has discovered county commissioners and an assessor's office worker are among those whose homes were missed. Here's Matt's special assignment report.
Build a new addition, put in a pool, put up a porch. It doesn't just make your home more comfortable, it makes it more valuable. At least that's how it's supposed to work. News 13 found that some improvements at the homes of Bernalillo County commissioners and even at the homes of people who work at the county assessor's office have never been on the tax rolls, in some cases for nearly 2 decades.
The county is missing out on money. That's what happens.
The State Tax and Revenue Department watchdogs property tax collection.
These people, at the very least, should be the ones paying their fair share.
Right.
Are they?
You know, there was some that looked like potentially maybe some of the improvements weren't on there.
For example, Commissioner Wayne Johnson, a breakfast nook at his home, one he has since sold, as well as a spruced up porch, have never been on the tax rolls.
Those two things were there when we purchased the property.
And while he explains,
this happens, but the scrutiny is certainly warranted.
The commissioner says a lighter tax bill for elected officials doesn't look good.
It's easy to perceive that there's a relationship there, that you know this person, and a wink, wink, nod, nod, and everything's taken care of with.
But Wayne Johnson isn't the only one. There's Commissioner Art Dela Cruz's property, where a carport built nearly a decade ago has been converted to a garage. The assessor's office missed the improvement and ever since has missed out on collecting the tax money. In fact, Dela Cruz's tax bill for the property has gone down every single year since 2009.
It was originally a carport, and then it turned into a garage, and so it's increasing my taxes, and rightly so.
The botched tax bills are evidence that the system at the county assessor's office
It's got some problems.
is a bit of a mess. It missed twice when valuing properties for Rosemary Perea, who works as an abstractor at the assessor's office. One home sports a covered porch that wasn't taxed. Around the corner at the second house, a pool, patio, and porch have been on the property for years, but not on the tax rolls. And even though Perea did her job and pulled the necessary building permits, no one bothered to update the files. Assessor Tanya Giddings says it's an example of the work left to do countywide.
I knew that there was going to be a lot of issues, and I knew we were not going to be able to fix them overnight.
Giddings took over the assessor's office early this year along with its problems.
What it really comes down to is making sure we are treating everybody fair and equitable.
Ensuring everything is fair is a painstaking process. It's not just undertaxed properties Giddings has to worry about. Commissioner Debbie O'Malley's home is actually overassessed. That second floor, it's mismeasured, and part of it has to come off the tax rolls.
Little by little, the assessor's office has to catch up. And they say that next year, the improvements done at the homes of Commissioners Johnson and Dela Cruz will show up on tax rolls. So will the work done on Rosemary Perea's properties, as well as more than a dozen others reviewed by News 13. That's not much.
Not much, but it does add up.
With 250,000 properties in the county, it doesn't take much to make up millions of dollars in lost revenue.
What we do in our roads and in our jails and for law enforcement and everything that we need and want in our community is based on tax, and property tax particularly, and so we have to all shoulder the burden.
Because if commissioners and county employees aren't being taxed correctly, chances are pretty good you're not either. On special assignment, Matt Grubbs, KRQE News 13.
The assessor's office started a county-wide review of properties this summer. Whatever revenue has been missed cannot be recouped all at once. State law limits home tax hikes to 3% a year.